Hamstring injuries are common in runners, and the reason why is because the hamstrings have to contract to slow down the swing phase during running. And this 2013 study by Askling compared two rehab programs, one that focused on lengthening exercises for the hamstrings, while the other one was more of a conventional strengthening program for the hamstrings. And what they found was that those who completed the lengthening program returned to sport on average 28 days after the initial injury, compared to 51 days for those performing the more conventional rehab program. So in this video, we'll go over the 3 exercises that were included in the lengthening rehab program for hamstring strains. But before we get to the exercises, let's go over 2 important details for the rehab protocol. The first is that pain was not tolerated in any of the exercises. So if we do experience pain with any of the exercises, we either need to reduce the load or the range of motion that the exercise is being performed in. That way we're working within the tolerance of that hamstring muscle. The second was that the goal was to start the rehab program within 5 days of the initial injury. However, when they actually performed the study, they found that some people needed a little bit more time, so on average it took about 7 days to start the rehab program. So with all that being said, let's get to the exercises that were performed in the lengthening program. The first exercise is called the extender. Start by lying on your back with your hands holding your thigh at about 90 degrees of flexion. Then slowly extend the knee to just before where there is pain. In the protocol, these are performed twice every day for 3 sets of 12 reps. The second exercise is called the diver. Start on the injured leg with a slight bend in the knee, and then reach the arms forward like we're diving into a pool. The back leg, which is in the air, is going to be extending up towards the ceiling as far as we can go, as this will help increase the range of motion on that stance leg. Initially, these are performed slowly to tolerance, but we want to gradually increase both the range of motion and the speed at which these are performed. These are performed every other day for 3 sets of 6 repetitions. The final exercise is called the glider, and this is by far the most challenging of all 3 exercises. The injured leg is the front leg with the weight on the heel and a slight bend in the knee. The back leg is going to slide back as far as we can go comfortably. At the end of the movement, use your arms to lift yourself up, not using the injured leg to pull yourself back up to that original starting position. Again, these are performed to whatever range of motion is best tolerated, so we might not be sliding back all that far initially, but we want to gradually increase both the range of motion and the speed that these are also performed. For the glider, these are performed every 3rd day for 3 sets of 4 repetitions.